Okay, this is what happens when I start getting rolling on things, then it all comes together. It's a charmed life I live. So, Corvette, all the interior stuff came. So this will be good as we finish the detail. We can take and put on the new parts. The only problem is the passenger door card is a little more jankier than the driver's side, but I got a new driver's side, but they said that the passenger side is discontinued. But I got all this stuff. New door sills, nice, clean and neat, nice. So we'll be able to yank off the old door sills, and I got all kinds of parts and pieces. The only thing that I couldn't get that I really needed was a new shift knob. And so what I think I'll do, I ordered a leather one just to kind of see. It might not be a bad idea to just have a leather shift knob, and rather than Alcantara. The blue stitching matches. So I think we'll probably just do that. So I also got the parts I needed to finish the intake. So I bought this thinger, this little press-on easy on hose press. So we'll be wrapping this on up, wrapping up the intake here. I'll probably make a video. It'll probably take me 45 minutes to figure it out. So that'll be cool. But what today's video is taping. So we have the new 3M precision tape. This is called precision poly tape. And then we have the old precision tape, which I love. I'm not sure if I love this stuff, so we're going to tape up a bunch of stuff with each and continue to play with this. I figure by the time I get this done, the GT3 RS done, and my M3 done, I will know if I like this enough. I think I do. It probably makes sense to have both. That's the question. The first question is, does this replace this? And I think the answer to that is already no. Then the second question would be, does this complement this? And I think the answer to that is yes. Or do I not need this at all? I don't think that answer, I think that answer is no. I think, the question I'm always asking myself is, will I have this in my cabinet and will I use it? If not, I'm not going to sell it. Like, if I'm not going to use it, then why would I tell you to use it? So let's get taping. I already started taping some of the trim. Let's tape off the headlights. So let's do one headlight with 3M Precision and one headlight with the Precision, again, I can't remember that, Precision Poly. And so I have, what sizes are these? I think they're measured in millimeters. I got too many drawers. I don't know what frickin' size this is. It's an inch, just shy of 1.5 inches. And I stock this in 2 inches and 1 inch. But I don't think they make the Precision Poly. Yeah, so this is like 1 7/8 inches. So it's in some version of millimeters. And then this is 1 3/8 inches, roughly. So let's use the 1 3/8 inches. There's a few little quirks to this. So we'll do this side of the car in poly and the other side of the car in precision. You always want to tape off headlights. As soon as you polish the headlights, then you pretty much compromise the UV coat, and then you're going to basically have to sand the rest of it off because they'll fade and fail really quickly. Luckily, this is an American car. The headlights should be pretty easily accessible, or so I thought. All the interior parts have been really hard to get. So this tape, to tear it, don't do that. But to tear it, you have to be more deliberate with it, a little speedier. Because otherwise it stretches you. It's designed to stretch and contour and carry a radius. At least I found it carries a radius to some extent. Like, I'll carry this radius here better, but if I try to carry this radius, it's a little bit too sharp. This really makes me, smells like a body shop, or what I think a body shop would smell like. All right, so I'm going to take this here, tape it along the edge, and then I'm going to pull on the tape, and there's little striations in it that makes it somewhat contourable. The thinner tapes, so like the 1 inch or less, contours a little bit better than the big stuff. But the concept here is that this is a bit more contourable. And again, there's just a little bit of a brief learning curve in learning how to tear it. But see, if you notice, as I pull, see the little striations in the tape? It'll carry a radius. But if I try to rip it like this, it'll keep pulling. And so in order to rip it, I have to rip it quickly like that. Probably just wasted $1 worth of tape right there. So it just takes a little getting used to in order to rip it properly. I feel a lot less rushed on this car than I did on the R34. So I feel like I can take my time.
I had a deadline on that car.
Yeah, we had to do that car in a day. This car is going to take me a week to get done.
Imagine if you could do every car in a day. You'd have a car every month.
I could do a car every day if I wanted to, but I don't really want to do that. Just so that I don't get any accidental hits to my headlights. This stuff is super thick though. Man, is it thick. So theoretically, this, if I polish over it, I'm not going to pull any residue off the tape. I found that to be true also on the regular Precision. So this is 2-inch, not contourable at all, and this is wafered like super thin. You can see through it. So I find this to be a bit more precise than the Precision Poly, the purple stuff. But doing edges like this tend to be not quite as easy, especially when you're doing big 2-inch tape. So with this, I tend to pull off pieces more, I find. With the purple stuff, I'll tend to pull this whole area all in one shot. I also find that I tend to have less kind of bunching up around the edges where I'm trying to get this to fit. See, like this extra here, I tend to have a little less of that with the purple stuff. So like, see this, it's a little harder to carry this curve because this doesn't stretch. I mean, you can still do it, but you see how you're just kind of walking it or stepping it. Versus the purple stuff, I can just pull on it, stretch it out. I have to really look at the costs differences to also help with an assessment. I have a tendency to not do that anymore, and I probably should. Largely because the cost doesn't really matter to me anymore because I'm buying everything in bulk. But it does matter at the end when when you're buying it. And a lot of people are looking to me for that information. Yeah, I think even just using it again here, I don't know, I like the idea of both of them. All right, so what else do we need to tape here? We don't really need to tape anything. I'll probably tape edges like as I go through, but yeah, we need to tape this here. So you always, always, always want to tape porous plastic. If I know I'm going to get anywhere near it, I want to tape this. So just like the purple stuff, it's always easier to do 1-inch than 2-inch. It's easier to manage. And they sell this in some other sizes, but I only stock it in 1-inch and 2-inch and 1/4 inch. I feel like those are the only sizes you really need to do a car. Make sure to hit this whole thing. You can get the polish off of here, but it's a pain in the butt. That's where number 39 comes in.
A little color lock brush helps.
Yep. Color lock brush, McGuire's number 39. Okay. I don't need to tape this because it's shiny. This is shiny, so I don't need to do anything there. So let's go purple tape the other side. This is quite a bit stickier, if you will. Just feels more solid. I mean, it's way thicker. And so the rolls, I would guess there's less square footage of, or linear footage of tape than there is on the green stuff. I'm sure we could figure that out. You can just hear it as it pulls off. Sometimes precise rips are hard to get to. It smells, what did you say? It's kind of rubbery, very rubbery smelling. I like the smell of it. It smells kind of clinical. So yeah, I'm already answering my question here. I think I want both tapes. I certainly don't want to replace the regular precision tape with this. My gosh, it's hard to remember how to rip this. I don't think we have anything. This is all shiny here. We're not going to polish any of this because we're going to be putting the new piece on. I'm not worried about taping any of that. Again, some of these edges where I might hit, I might run a piece of tape while I'm doing that individually. So let's just tape this side of the window, and then we're pretty much done. Oh, I wanted to tape the gaps up here. This rubber. It might even make sense. What I might do is take the darn roof off and polish it off the car. We'll see which is easier. It seems like it's pretty accessible up there. So here I want to open the door. I'll probably end up polishing that piece. I don't know. You know, it might, no, it's kind of rubbery. I'll probably just clean it up with some alcohol. I got a new windshield coming. It'll be here on Thursday. So probably in mid polishing by the time I'm about ready to polish the windows. We should be. Safe Light guys are going to come and install it. It was like $860 to get a new windshield. I'm not playing the insurance game. There's no cracks or holes in the windshield. It's just pitted. So that'll really make the car feel nice and neat and clean and nice. Having a new windshield. I wonder if this thing's ever been polished. We just ordered the skin wedge tool. Skin wedge tools, gonna be $10 a piece. I just ordered 1,500 of them, so normal Mormon fashion, go big. All right, so this here, this is a candidate for the 1/4 inch. I'm gonna try to keep these expansion joints here. Same thing with the tape on the, yeah, I really like the purple tape up here. I'm gonna get the lights out here, but I'm hoping I can just finish polish this. Another thing you could do is just pull the roof off, tape the trim, put the roof back on. Purple looks cool. Looks way cooler than the green. I don't know what's going on out there.
What that is.
So now, I don't know if this is available in 1/4 inch, the poly tape. Taping this little expansion joint. Hopefully keep the polish out of there. This janky PPF that's on this car, a lot of these joints are all sliced up. Crappy PPF install. Dealership grade PPF, I'm sure. This black thing on top there is gonna need some serious polishing. First time I've actually used the 1/4 inch in a while. Works really well in the M3's expansion joint up top here. Definitely have to wipe this thing down. It's all dusty. All right, so that's the taping part. Tape this little piece here. Like dental flossing it in there. It'll just help getting it from all gummed up in there. Man, how hard is this thing to take off? I'd like to take that off, but I don't think it's super simple. Okay, so that's the tape you need. I think having a 1/4 inch roll, depending on your car, I think is something that you probably want. Definitely 1 inch rolls, probably a couple of them. In the polishing package that I sell, it comes with two rolls. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls. These are good to have laying around. And then probably, 1 or maybe two 2-inch rolls to do headlights, taillights, things like that. This certainly isn't necessary. I'm probably going to order this in the next couple of weeks. I order just for the smell of it. It smells very industrial. This doesn't smell. Smells a little like baby poop. This smells like body shop, like vinyl. I don't know. It smells good. I guess smell doesn't matter, does it? So I'm gonna figure out what sizes these come in. I mean, I guess these sizes are kind of cool. It kind of makes sense to have, if you're gonna complement, you'd have. This is a little bit short of 2 inches. This one is a little bigger than 1 inch, like 1.5 inches. And then this would be another size. So I guess to make it's like 3/4 of an inch. So to make sizing proper, or make sizing so that these aren't completely redundant, this would be complementary to that set. So yeah, I think I like the idea of having this tape in my arsenal. Certainly not necessary, but I think for other certain types of taping as well, it's going to be better than others, and we'll kind of have to play with that so I can give you a solid assessment of which type of taping, which areas I prefer one tape versus another. But anyway, next step will be polishing. Again, these are in the store. This will be in the store in the future. But next step will be assessing, doing some test spots, and then start polishing this car. I'm hoping I can do one step, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next episode, polishing. Hopefully, one-step polishing. Catch you on the next one.